Let's explore the world of debugging Node.js applications. In this video, you'll learn debugging techniques, understand console methods, and discover essential tools to make your development process smoother and more efficient. Let's start with the fundamentals of console.log. On the left, you can see how to use console.log for simple logging, like displaying Hello World. You can also use it for variable debugging, such as inspecting a user object. Furthermore, you can log multiple values at once by passing them as arguments to console.log. On the right, you'll find some pro tips. Template literals allow you to embed variables directly within strings using backticks and the $sign with curly braces. JSON formatting lets you pretty print JavaScript objects as JSON strings, making them more readable. Object shorthand provides a concise way to log objects with properties using just the property names. Now let's dive into advanced console methods. On the left, we have error and warning methods. Console.error is used to log error messages, while console.warn displays warning messages. Console.debug is helpful for outputting debug information. On the right, we'll cover performance and timing methods. Console.time starts a timer, and console.time stops it, displaying the elapsed time for a specific operation. Console.trace prints a stack trace, showing the call stack of the current point in the code. Now let's discuss the Node.js built-in debugger. On the left, you'll find the commands to start the debugger. You can start debugging by running node inspect app.js in your command line. You can also pass arguments to your application while debugging. To attach the debugger to a running process, use the command node inspect followed by the process ID. On the right, let's see how to add breakpoints. You can add a breakpoint directly in your code by using the debugger statement. Additionally, you can set breakpoints at runtime using the setBreakpoint function, specifying the file name and line number. Now let's explore some essential debugger commands. On the left, we have navigation commands. Cont is used to continue execution after a breakpoint. Next steps to the next line of code. Step steps into a function call. Out steps out of the current function. Pause pauses the execution of the code. On the right, you'll find inspection commands. Exec expression evaluates an expression in the current context. Replace enters a read eval print loop, allowing you to execute JavaScript code. Backtrace shows the call stack. List 5 displays the source code around the current line, and watchers shows the values of the watched expressions. Now let's see how to integrate Chrome DevTools for debugging. On the left, you'll see how to start debug mode. You can start your Node.js application with the inspect flag followed by the application's entry point, for example, node inspect app.js. If you need to use a custom port, you can specify it like this: node inspect equals 9229 app.js. To break on start, use the inspect brk flag. On the right, we will explain how to access DevTools. Open Chrome and navigate to Chrome//inspect. Alternatively, you can use the direct URL http://localhost 9229/JSON. Then, click on Open Dedicated DevTools for Node. Now let's explore debugging with VS Code. On the left, you can see a sample launch configuration in .fscode/launch.json. The type property specifies the debugger type, which is node in this case. The request property is set to launch for starting the debugger. Name is the name of the configuration. Program specifies the entry point of your application, and console is set to integrated terminal to use VS Code's integrated terminal. On the right, we have a list of useful debug features. The F9 key toggles breakpoints, F5 starts debugging, F10 steps over the next line, F11 steps into a function, and Shift plus F11 steps out of a function. Let's talk about some best practices and tips for debugging. On the left, we have production debugging. Use environment-based logging to avoid displaying debug information in production environments. You can check the node_env environment variable. Also, consider using the debug module for more fine-grained control over debugging output. On the right, you will see about memory and performance. You can log memory usage using process.memoryUsage. For performance timing, you can use the perf_hooks module to measure the execution time of specific operations. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.